Most of the elitist manga readers will call you a casual just for only watching the anime, but go ahead and ask them what's the color of the Scout Regiment's training uniforms in Attack on Titan, and I bet you they'd be looking at you with their bottom lip out looking stupid. But then on the flip side of that, the average anime fan will complain about 10 episode seasons coming out every 3 years for a story that's been finished for months now. Just take a second to think for real about how much the medium of manga versus anime means to a story. Experiencing Demon Slayer without the crazy animation, reading Bleach without filler seasons and episodes, looking at you, Bunt Arc, watching Naruto without the fight choreography, or how about never getting to experience the anime intros or the voice acting in Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Hunter x Hunter. I'm gonna let you ponder with that setup, and then I'm gonna say this to really knock them down. It goes without saying that it's best to really play both sides of the fence and choose carefully what you read versus what you watch. But really only if you're the type of person that could do that in the first place. Cause let's be real for a second, y'all. There's people that only swear by the manga, and then there's people that wouldn't consider anything but watching the anime. But if you do end up playing both sides and you make a misstep like I did, then it could really come back to get you. Because it will affect how you remember an anime story positively or most likely negatively. And everyone knows that first impression is everything. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the Breast Show, and we back with another video. It's anime month, so I decided to take on the most hot anime topic out right now, or ever. Manga readers versus anime watchers. If you like the video, please like the video. It really helps the channel out a lot. And subscribe for more content. I got a lot coming for y'all. But for this topic right here, I had to interview friends. I had to ask myself and put my own personal experiences. And I had to dip my toe in some of the most brain dead internet conversations I've ever seen in my life. But I feel like I've really had a unique anime experience. And I'm glad I finally have a use for this weird piece of history about me. But I read the manga for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, all of Naruto, and then smaller properties like Hikaru no Go. And then really my first introduction to everything else was watching it. Hunter x Hunter, Attack on Titan, Bleach, Demon Slayer, Yu Yu Hakusho, Pokemon, etc. And after playing both sides, there are good things and bad things to reading versus watching anime. Because at the end of the day, I'm really glad that I read Dragon Ball. It's really dated, I can control my own pacing with the story. And also I know that anime was crazy because there was some pretty wild plot points in that. But then again, I wish I watched Dragon Ball because I did not get the voice acting, I did not get the intros. There were more fights in Dragon Ball Z than there was in Dragon Ball. I missed a lot of the action in fight scenes. But then again, I did get the original mangaka's Akira Toriyama's original view for Dragon Ball Z as close as I possibly could have to getting it without the animation studio's spin on things. Because I read Naruto, I missed a lot of the fight choreography. And not gonna lie, while reading Shippuden, when I got to the 4th grade Ninja War, as Shikamaru would say, it was a drag because I needed animation to keep some of those storylines afloat. But then on the flip side, for the anime that I did watch, I missed a lot of the controversy that was in Hunter x Hunter because I watched it. But then I also didn't know, I don't know anything about the dark content or anything like that because I'm only watching Hunter x Hunter. And because I watched Bleach, I got caught up in this weird Bunt arc that I didn't know was filler until halfway through and I wasted all my time. And because I watched Yu Yu Hakusho, I couldn't help but notice how dated that was. And even that story changed towards the end. And funnily and ironically enough, it shared the same mangaka as Hunter x Hunter. And to be honest with y'all, there's a lot of reasons to do both. When it comes to the manga, there's a lot of good things about that. It's directly from the mind of the mangaka, so you get the story how it's supposed to be given to you. Example number one being Dragon Ball, where in the anime, Goku was kind of portrayed to be like a superhero of some sort. He saves the world. But in the manga, he has a different vibe to him. In the manga, the vibe is he just purely wants to box. Like he's just out for the challenge. It leans more into the fact that he's not necessarily making his decisions to save the world and save the future and all this other stuff. He's making his decisions so he can be a better fighter. Nothing will ever beat reading a whole page full of setup, turning the page and then seeing a whole full page spread of a impactful scene. While reading the manga, it's easier to pace yourself, which is really important for some people. Not to mention you get the story first and it doesn't get spoiled for you. And this is my experience. I don't know if it's everybody else's experience, but I'm more likely to give a lesser known manga a chance versus a lesser known anime a chance. But then again, it's not perfect. If you like a story enough, you're gonna want to have it animated at some point. And if you like a story enough, you're going to want filler episodes in a weird kind of way. You're gonna want slice of life and all that other stuff that the anime brings because it just makes the world real for you. And trust me, I'll never forget the confusion I had over everybody's reaction to Kaguya, Madara, and Might Guy in the 4th grade Ninja War, because I was like, this all happened years ago. Like, why are y'all tripping about it now? You just miss out on the general public getting hype over stuff. And you also just miss out on the colors of the universe. I did not know a Sharingan was red for the longest time. I didn't know a Rasengan was blue. I still don't exactly know the color of a Chidori. And also for the longest time, I pronounced Sasuke's name as Sasuke. And then finally, reading the manga is also the more expensive way to take in this form of entertainment. I recently was just looking around for specific manga volumes that I wanted for myself and was pretty surprised to find out that they were each around like $15 to $20 as opposed to paying a couple dollars a month to get a whole library of stuff. Like, if you a manga reader that gets physical copies, you gotta be stacking paper to the ceiling and ride on the 24-inch rims. The expenses alone just make you want to watch the anime. But then again, anime isn't perfect in its own right. Some of these animes put a lot of emphasis on animation, and they will take super long to come out with very short seasons. So when you watch anime, you're like juggling a whole bunch of series at once. When before, I used to just watch Naruto and Dragon Ball. When I was finished that, I watched One Piece and Bleach. And then when you finish that, you watch, it's not like that. When you're looking for filler, it's great. It's there for you. There's some good ones out there like Goku and Snake Way, but when you're not looking for filler, it really gets in the way. And then you could also just make the argument that animes don't age as well as the manga because they get dated easier. People always told me, oh yeah, Kyle, you should watch Yu Yu Hakusho, and then I load it up and it's like, man, this is old. You could tell right away it's not hot. You can't hide it at all. And then again, animes have to do their best to recreate the original manga's vision for the anime. And sometimes they mess up. Like I said before in Dragon Ball, but there's a more perfect example with Hunter x Hunter. They came out with 2 animes that had 2 totally different vibes, just based off the colors they use, just based off of the voice acting that they use. The source material never changed, but the vibes of the anime that came out in 1999 and 2011 was 2 totally different vibes. The music was different in both of them. And then lastly, yeah, you know, you get spoiled by all of the manga readers or whatever. And hopefully you're not waiting around for the English dub, because that's gonna take even longer. But when I was talking to my friends about this, they really got on my case and was like, Kyle, like, anime is cool too. Like, it has its own pros. It's easier to visualize with anime. It brings the whole universe to life, as Dex would say. Not to mention that it actually has color to it. It's more exciting to show. You get through the story faster, even with the filler and everything. It's just that 20 minutes of an anime is like multiple chapters of a manga. I'm gonna put it to y'all like this. It's easier on the eyes. And then also, some voice actors are just magicians, masters at their craft. And even some of the English voice acting in a lot of animes are really good. Attack on Titan's English dub is pretty good. Yu Yu Hakusho has probably the best English dub, if not for Naruto and Dragon Ball. And then anime is just more easy for bigger audiences, so when everybody's watching the anime at the same time and just also running from the manga spoilers, it's a pretty big crowd to get on, and that just makes it more fun. And then yeah, it's cheaper, but you also get movies that come along with it, movie quality animations. Everybody noticed the trash animation in the beginning of Super, but then everybody also noticed the beautiful animation that came with the Broly movie, CGI or not. And then something that also could be a con for manga, a pro for anime based on how you look at it, is that the anime controls the pacing of the show. Because depending on how you look at it, some people want to pace themselves, they want to slow down, they want to speed up, whatever. The anime sets one total pace for everybody. You can't speed it up unless you actually speed it up, but who the hell does that? And but yeah, the anime basically controls its own pacing. And like I said before, I think I messed up with some of these. I think I messed up by reading Dragon Ball Z. I think I messed up by reading Naruto. And I always had to years later go on YouTube to find the scenes that I really like from the manga that I just wanted to see visualized. And to be honest with you, I don't know what a lot of these new age animations would be without the animations that they have, like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan. Some people get mad at the use of CGI. I am not one of those people. Animation is animation, and if you find a way to make it look good, it looks good. And I don't know what the Demon Slayer experience will be without the little slice of life moments that they have in between super serious situations. So yeah, I think watching the anime versus reading the manga is a very important decision for each specific situation, and you have to really choose for yourself what you value depending on what you want to do it. If you think you can read through One Piece and get there faster rather than watching the show, go ahead and do it. I mean, it's a free country, nobody's stopping you. It's just like just know you won't be on the same pace as everybody. You won't hear the music, you won't hear the voice acting, you won't do anything. You are just solely relying on your eyes and your imagination. But that's cool. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference, all right? We just here letting out our opinions, all right? Let me know your opinions in the comments, because I want to know what are some popular animes that y'all read, and do you regret reading versus watching? Because I see a lot of that stuff online where it's like, oh, I wish I could experience this again. So yeah, I'm really interested in hearing that. But yeah, check the streams, you know what I'm saying? Hop in the streams, we'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I did Minecraft Demon Slayer. That video might be up, it might not be up, I don't know, whatever. I did it though. And that's it for this video. Hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you want more. There will be more. I will be back over the course of next week. I'm dropping shorts, I'm streaming, I'm trying to upload twice a week. I'm doing it all, man. I'm doing it all. I'll be back very soon. You will see me again. If you made it to the end of this video, you are sure to like all of my other videos. Please go check those out. Leave a like. It really helps the channel out a lot. Spread love, give inspiration in all you do, and peace out.
Welcome to the Crash Show. Take 2.